These are the World Cup's most shocking upsets, games where the script flipped and football reminded everyone why we love it. Let's start with one so unbelievable. English newspapers genuinely thought it was a typo. England arrives at the World Cup for the very first time. They're one of the favourites. After all, this is the country that basically invented the modern game. Their opponent? The United States. A team made up of part-timers, a dishwasher, a mailman, a hearse driver. Nobody gave them a chance. Some bookmakers didn't even bother setting odds. Then, in the 37th minute, a deflected header off an American player's face, yes, his face, found its way into the net. USA won 1-0. When the result reached England, several newspapers assumed it was a misprint and corrected it to 10-1 in favour of England. It wasn't a misprint. It became known as the miracle on grass, decades before anyone coined that phrase for hockey. 16 years later, football delivered another gut punch, this time to Italy. North Korea, a country that, at the time, was almost completely isolated from the world. Their players were virtually unknown. Italy, on the other hand, had won the World Cup twice before, but in the 42nd minute, North Korea scored. And that single goal was enough. Italy, the two-time champions, were eliminated by a team most of the world didn't even know existed. The reaction back in Italy was so brutal that when the team's plane landed, fans reportedly threw tomatoes at the players. Meanwhile, in North Korea, the win was treated as a massive political statement, proof, to their government, that the nation could stand up to the world. Now fast forward to 1990. Argentina arrives as the defending world champions, led by Diego Maradona, arguably the greatest player to ever touch a ball. Their opening opponent is Cameroon, a team nobody outside Africa was paying much attention to. What followed was chaos. Cameroon played with an aggression that bordered on violent. 2 players were sent off during the match. And yet, somehow, they were the ones celebrating. Cameroon won 1-0, becoming the first African team to ever beat the defending champions at a World Cup. It wasn't just an upset. It announced African football to the world. Cameroon went on to reach the quarterfinals, still one of the best World Cup runs by any African nation. 12 years later, history repeated itself in eerily similar fashion. France, the reigning World Cup champions, packed with stars from their 1998 winning squad. Their opening match? Against Senegal, a team playing in their very first World Cup ever. Senegal scored early and held on. France, the defending champions, lost their opening match, and things got worse from there. France didn't win a single game in that tournament and went home in the first round without scoring more than, well, almost nothing. For Senegal, it was the beginning of a fairytale run all the way to the quarterfinals. For France, it remains one of the most embarrassing title defences in World Cup history. And now, one you might actually remember. Qatar, 2022. Argentina, led by Lionel Messi, came in as one of the tournament favourites. Their opponent in the opening match, Saudi Arabia, ranked dozens of places below them. Argentina scored early. Everything looked normal. Then Saudi Arabia turned on an aggressive offside trap, catching Argentina out not once, not twice, but multiple times, cancelling goal after goal. In the second half, Saudi Arabia scored twice in just 5 minutes. Final score, Saudi Arabia 2, Argentina 1. Back in Saudi Arabia, it was declared a national holiday. And Argentina? They went on to lose that match, and then win every single game after it, all the way to lifting the World Cup trophy. Sometimes the biggest shock becomes the spark for the greatest comeback story.